7 subtle signs you will notice in a woman if she is interested in you. Women can be quite understated when it comes to revealing what they truly desire from a man, which can sometimes lead many men to overlook opportunities for meaningful connections. When a woman genuinely wants to be with someone, there are often signs she can't help but send. Recognizing these signals can empower you to act confidently and at the right moment, ensuring you don't miss out on forming a deeper connection. Before we dive in, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could like this video. It helps me continue creating more content on relationships and self-development. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do so and click the notification bell to never miss future videos. If you enjoy this video, please comment with a number 1. And if not, comment with a 0 so I can keep improving and delivering even better content. Now, let's delve into these subtle signs. The importance of intimate conversations. The most unmistakable sign that a woman desires you is when she starts steering conversations toward more intimate and personal topics. While this behavior isn't universal among all women, when it does happen, it's a clear signal of her growing affection. When a woman begins to share her experiences, desires, or dreams in your presence, it's not merely a display of trust or open-mindedness. It's often an intentional gesture to foster intimacy. Imagine you're in conversation with her, discussing lighthearted topics, when she suddenly starts revealing personal stories about past relationships or private experiences. This shift in conversation is her way of inviting you into her world, allowing you to envision yourself as part of her life narrative. As the dialogue deepens, her subtle attempts to capture your interest become more pronounced, with each word thoughtfully chosen to evoke a response from you. Her readiness to initiate. It's crucial to recognize this for what it truly signifies, a bold indication of her yearning to connect with you on a more profound level. Her readiness to broach these personal topics is intentional, aimed at building a sense of closeness and bridging the divide between fantasy and reality. So, if you find yourself engaging in such conversations, don't just dismiss them as mere happenstance. Instead, view them as moments to delve into shared emotions and underlying desires. In these instances of vulnerability and sincerity, there's a possibility for a connection that surpasses the ordinary, a bond crafted through shared experiences and mutual understanding. These subtle, yet unmistakable signs act as cues, guiding you along a path of mutual interest. If you notice these indicators in a woman's behavior, don't let the chance slip away. If hesitation arises from doubt, I urge you to set aside those uncertainties and embrace the potential of what lies ahead. When a woman sends this constellation of signs, rest assured her interest in you is fervent. Now, I invite you, dear viewer, to reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever been on the receiving end of such nuanced signs of affection and desire? Were you able to grasp their meaning and respond accordingly? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, as they enrich a collective understanding of human connection and attraction. Furthermore, if you found value in the insights shared here, I kindly ask for your support. A simple gesture, like liking this video or subscribing to the channel, helps us reach more individuals who may benefit, nurturing a community of growth and insight. As we conclude this discourse, I extend heartfelt congratulations to you, dear viewer, for your dedication to self-improvement and personal development. Your attentive presence here speaks volumes about your commitment to becoming your best self. If this content resonated with you, please leave a comment or simply type, "I dare," to mark your journey to the end of this discourse. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to join us now. By subscribing, you become part of a community devoted to personal growth, self-discovery, and mutual support. Thank you for your time. And until we meet again, remember to recognize the signs, heed the call of connection, and move toward deeper relationships with confidence and assurance. The power of touch as a sign of affection. Another telling indication of her increasing fondness can be seen in the frequency and intensity of her touch. These tactile gestures of desire serve as unmistakable expressions of her yearning for connection. Each touch, however subtle, is a quiet request for your attention and affection. You might notice a shift in her behavior, more frequent instances of her seeking physical contact. Perhaps her hugs last a bit longer, becoming warmer and more frequent, signaling her wish for closeness. As you walk side by side, she might reach for your hand, intertwining her fingers with yours, symbolizing shared intimacy. During conversations, her touch may become more purposeful and lingering as she gently caresses your arm or back, revealing her growing affection through physical contact. Though these gestures may appear minor, they carry deep significance, reflecting her interest in a more tangible way. Moreover, these touches convey more than just affection. They reveal her readiness to explore deeper emotional and physical bonds. They signal her desire to dissolve the physical boundaries that separate you and to form a closer bond. So, if you find yourself on the receiving end of such genuine gestures, don't let the opportunity pass by. Embrace these intimate moments and allow yourself to be drawn into the unfolding dance of desire between you. In these actions lies the promise of a deeper, more meaningful connection, one that transcends words and speaks directly to the heart. Prolonged and intense eye contact. It's essential to pay attention to these cues as they act as guideposts toward a deeper connection. Ignoring them as mere coincidences could mean missing out on an opportunity to build a stronger bond. These gestures are the first steps in a journey that can uncover layers of mutual desire and emotional depth. So, remain mindful of these subtle signs. They are the heralds of a connection that could evolve into something far more meaningful. Embrace them and let them lead you to a greater understanding of the woman aiming to capture your heart. As you navigate the subtleties of growing closeness, remember that these signals, along with those yet to come, form the foundation upon which your connection will flourish. Support me by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, and together we'll continue exploring the nuances of love and attraction. Prolonged and intense eye contact. Exploring further into signs of attraction, another potent indication of a woman's interest is prolonged, intense eye contact. This type of nonverbal communication acts as a silent but powerful invitation to connect on a deeper level. Imagine yourself in a social gathering, engaged in conversation with a woman whose gaze lingers on you with unwavering focus. Despite the surrounding distractions, her eyes remain locked onto yours, conveying a depth of interest that words cannot fully express. In these moments, you are pulled into a silent dialogue, a conversation where each glance communicates volumes about her unspoken feelings. It's not just about looking. It's a shared moment of vulnerability and openness. Picture a quiet dinner, the room softly lit by candlelight, where your conversation flows naturally. Throughout the evening, you notice her eyes fixed on you, radiating an alluring energy that draws you in. In that moment, her steady gaze serves as a beacon, signaling her openness to a deeper, more intimate connection. Recognize that this type of eye contact isn't casual. It's intentional. When a woman chooses to maintain this level of eye contact, she's expressing an interest that goes beyond the surface. She's signaling her openness to the possibility of exploring a deeper connection. In return, it's essential to meet her gaze with confidence, acknowledging her interest without hesitation. By maintaining eye contact and responding to her silent cues, you affirm your shared desire for connection and lay the groundwork for a deeper bond to grow. Remember, in the language of attraction, eye contact is a powerful tool. It serves as a bridge for expressing desires and creating connections. So, if you find yourself on the receiving end of such intense looks, don't shy away. Embrace the silent conversation unfolding between you. For within the depths of her gaze lies the possibility of a relationship that goes beyond the ordinary, inviting you to explore a world of shared intimacy and connection. Purposeful, meaningful touches. When a woman is drawn to you, her actions often become more deliberate, especially with touch. These gestures, though they may seem minor or insignificant, are frequently rich with meaning. During a conversation, for instance, she might place her hand on your arm or playfully tap your shoulder. These actions aren't random. They're a way of expressing comfort and connection, and it's crucial to notice them. Her touches are a means of bridging the physical gap between you, inviting a closer bond. Let's take an example. If you're on a date and, amid lively conversation, she gently touches your forearm as she speaks, it's more than a casual gesture. It's her way of signaling her interest, blending conversation with physical connection. These touches might appear subtle, but they often carry the weight of her unspoken desires. The atmosphere, filled with laughter and shared secrets, creates a serene backdrop as she leans in, her head tilting slightly toward you, a single strand of her hair brushing softly against your shoulder. A silent, gentle gesture that speaks volumes about her desire to be close. This act of physical closeness isn't just about proximity. It's about sharing in the warmth of your presence and savoring the quiet moments that draw you together. It's essential to realize that these gestures are not mere coincidences. They are intentional and thoughtful signs of her affection. Each touch and every lean is a subtle declaration of her comfort with you, signaling her interest in exploring something deeper. Recognizing these signs and responding with equal warmth and openness can strengthen the connection between you, confirming the shared desire for closeness that lies beneath the surface. Moreover, it's vital to recognize that these gestures are as unique as the woman herself. Each touch reflects her individuality and her own way of expressing affection. While one woman might feel at ease gently resting her hand on your arm, another may seek closeness through the soft brush of her cheek against yours. Regardless of how these touches appear, they act as signals, guiding you toward a more meaningful connection that transcends words, delving into the deeper realm of shared emotion and understanding. These gentle touches lay the groundwork for building a lasting connection. They form the blocks of intimacy that stand between you and the woman who desires to draw closer. So pay attention to these quiet invitations, for within them lies the potential for a bond that could grow into something profound, a relationship built on trust, affection, and mutual understanding. Physical proximity and body language. When a woman is interested in you, her body language often reveals her true intentions. Physical closeness becomes her way of conveying attraction and curiosity. You may notice her positioning herself near you, leaning in during conversations, or finding subtle reasons to touch your arm or shoulder with gentle, almost imperceptible gestures. This closeness isn't just casual. It's a conscious effort to break personal space barriers and foster a connection. Whether it's a date or a casual gathering, her actions indicate she wants to get closer to you, both physically and emotionally. Understanding these signals is key. When you observe her leaning in or her touch lingering a moment longer than necessary, it's an opportunity for you to acknowledge her interest. Responding to these cues can deepen the connection and open the door to a more meaningful relationship. Dismissing or overlooking these signs, however, may leave her feeling that her interest is unreturned, and you could miss out on a valuable chance to connect. So, if she always seems to be within your personal space, don't hesitate to engage. Her body language speaks volumes. It's up to you to listen.